right, day one, so our focus today's gonna be your back twisting day with bounding, okay, and we're just gonna kind of like work through a ladder. We're trying to get through pikes, layouts, some fulls, and some of you can go as far as Rudy, okay? So we're gonna fix some round offs in the gym, both on ball and on floor, and it'll be helpful on beam too. So once we get through basic line drills, we're gonna have some side stations that we're gonna get done over here to work on a late head and spotting coming out of your front tumbling, and then we'll head over to the rod floor. Okay? So we're just gonna be starting with your good foot in front, okay, and in your starting shape, and we're gonna start with a cartwheel that lands side with 1-2 hands where you're staying on the line, okay? And go. 1-2, side landing. Okay, and then turn and prep again. You're gonna do the whole length down the floor. Ready? Go. 1-2, step in. Okay, and it's all right if you step in and you take a step or two back, because I want you thinking about how you're pushing out of your hand and how you're turning it over. Okay. Good. Step your foot in. Okay, we're not on beams. I don't want beam feet. Except for... Okay, all right. Now take it back, and I want you to think a little bit more about how quick you're going to be getting off your hands. So step in and add a walk back with it. So let's see a little bit of speed coming out of it. Still from standing. We're going to add a hurdle on the next turn. Okay, snap your feet underneath you more. Toes under. Nice and narrow, and every hop is going to be chest in. I need the hurdle of the round off to get low, so that's what you're going to be thinking about on this one. Okay, hurdle hop. Cover, cover, cover. Okay, shin first. Good, Haley. There you go, Abby. Nice. When I say shin first, I want you to really try not to get like a floppy leg. Feel like you're leading here and you're pushing off your bottom legs. One more. Round, round. Good, Quinn. Nice. All right, good. Cookie, want to move over one line? What? Move over with Quinn. She's only got one in her line. Okay, Abby, did you feel how whippy that was? Yeah. Okay, so that's the angle of your round off and how you're snapping down. Okay, if you turn over your round off and you're turning it over here, great for your tankos, right? Not great if we're trying to go round off punch and set. Okay, you can't have your block angle be in front. Your block angle is going to be slightly behind. It's going to be. Okay. We got to focus on this a lot. When we head over to the rod floor, I need you very late with your head today. Okay, so that's what we're going to be concentrating on. Anybody want to be the first one to demonstrate it? Quinn does. Okay. All right, so I want your feet kind of up closer on the seam, and then what I want you to do is be around, okay, and you're going to be spotting on the X. You twisting right or left? Right. Okay, so you're going to pull with your right arm. Stay here as long as you can, okay, and then land side, okay? All right, so we've got 2 spots for that, okay? Eyes are down on the floor, so when you're thinking about as we're getting into 1.5s, the X represents that you spotted your full. Okay, if we get to 2.5s, the X represents that you spotted your double before you went to the half. Okay, so when your arms are down, it's going to be that you spotted your landing, and then when you added and you turned, your hips stayed pressed open, so we get that landing position to go into our salto that's coming after. Okay, you want to keep going, Quinn? Okay, you're going to come to the middle right here on the line, and you're going to do your landing shape for your round off, and you're going to go jump, jump, quarter turn, pull, and then just hold, do 2. Shove it back, push, push, pull, push, push, pull. Okay, so the arm should not be up here, definitely not dabbing. Okay, so keep your arm low so you're looking where it's going. Okay, for those of you that when we start twisting, you have issues with crisscrossing your feet or you lose your leg form, that's what this is for. Okay, so I want you to feel like you can turn from your hip, from your toe. Okay, so you have to do a hip set first. Okay, and this needs to be like a strong press. Okay, and then as you roll to the side, go ahead, roll it all the way up. Okay, and go to the other side. Okay, and make sure you feel your hips setting and pressing and that you're not losing your leg form. So if we go side to side being 1, okay, let's do that for a total of 3. Okay? Okay, still work on your body tightness when you land on the resi. Feet should still be together, everything should still be squeezing. Tight knees, Claire. Squeeze through the knees. There you go. Yeah, really strong, like pressed outside middle. Okay, so when you land your 1.5, you can hop up. When you land your 1.5, just stand there, okay, and put your arms outside middle. You're coming around, you're open when you're landing, and then your flip shape when your arms go up to start to grab. You don't want to be already halfway there. Okay, I want you to feel open. Did you feel how you had more tension in your arms on that one? Good job.
Really feel that squeeze. What did you say?
Claire, maybe that will fix your feet coming apart when you're twisting. Rounder in your chest, Ronnie. A little bit more rounder. There you go. Once you've made it all the way around after 3, we're going to head over to the rod floor. I'll let you guys kind of right now choose the order of where you're flipping so it feels like more normal. I love doing the 1.5 front pike before we enter into twisting because I feel like that hip rise as you start the pike kick out helps a lot. If we go front layout and then we go into our front full, as soon as we get archy, then the twisting doesn't work. So some of you that are just coming out of level 9 and starting to train stuff for level 10, you absolutely need to do a front pike kick out before you start twisting. Okay, some of the 10s can start with front layout and then go to pike and then get on the ladder. So when we're looking at doing the ladder today, I'm thinking let's stay in 3s. So if we go 1.5 front layout for level 10, then 1.5 front pike, work on our hip rise and our kick out. Okay, then we'll go into 3 front fulls and we'll see who's ready to go into Rudy from there. Good. I want you thinking a little bit more about your 1-2 hands on your round off. Okay, you get 2 turned over on it, it's not going to be the same. Good. So you see that nice bright white line? Yeah. Maybe it's not so bright white anymore. Okay, you're not getting your second hand on it. Okay. I want you to think about that, where you're putting your hands on your round off. 1-2. Okay, good. Do you feel your chin right at the end of your front layout? Keep your head back. Good. Nice hip rise. Is that your warm up for your front full?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one more.
Good. 1-2. Hips up. Okay, better. So front layout head position is back. Okay, that's what you have to work on.
Half over rotating.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because it feels like every step is like really low.
Okay.
Like just diving into the ground.
Well, what you have to watch is if you're overturning your round off too much, okay, then you're going to start to overturn your 1.5 too much. Good. Very nice. You were patient and you waited and your hips went up before you twisted. Good job. And up. Good. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's very consistent today.
Yeah.
Okay. So just apply those arms right when we go into the Rudy. Let's see. Nice job. I can't wait to see your Rudy today. I think it's going to happen. I do. And then turn your head over this way because that's the way that you're coming from because you're going to be later there as it pulls to the front. Even on the front full. Okay. Like you're pulling to the front too hard with your chin and trying to find hollow when you're landing instead of waiting and just being a little bit more open. Come on, Haley. Okay, good. You know what that was? You were much more vertical on your second flip doing a Rudy than what you were on your front full. So you were better at your 1.5 landing, like with your feet just a little bit behind you and not getting too far back behind. Nice job, Boo. Want to like try a double front full out of that today?
Yeah, I'll try. All
right, let's do it. Just remember, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot and you've never tried it before. Yeah. So if you want to play with it, you can. But when you are doing a double front full and you're doing it all by yourself, you're really good at, like once you start to punch up and you get scooped, of dropping your arms and getting in tight. When you're coming out of a 1.5, like that action has to happen so fast.
Okay.
So try not to get ahead of yourself. Try it though.
Okay.
You know? Good try. It's all right. Okay, good job, Claire. That's getting there. I think for you, it's kind of like finding that magic 1.5 landing that works for you, where you're not getting your feet too far back behind you.
Okay.
So, yes, Abby.
What do you want me to do now?
Hips up, hips. Okay. Oh, that was the first time. Yeah, I like that smile. Today the focus was back twisting, 1.5 bounding for bonus. I try to do with the 10s as much as we can, especially the ones that are coming up, is if we focus on getting 2 Ds on floor, then we have to get a CB connection or a CC connection. And we played with CDs today, which was fun for some of them. So we focus on the round off, 1-2 hand placement, and really trying to get the round off position not too overturned. So the block angle of the feet, so we can get the 1.5 up, and then the lateness of the head. So when they're coming out, their hips are pressed open and we have better arm position. I love the development of what I'm seeing, and I think it's all going to be great. We still have to work on your head. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, every time that you land and your direction pings towards me a little bit, it's just because you don't wait enough coming out of your 1.5, and that's why it's coming this way. So the side stations are just for late head position, and we try to work a lot on pulling of the arm and keeping the head back so their hips are pressed and we get into a better flipping shape. With your feet too far back, then landing with your feet too far in front, and then the hip rise and the lift is a little bit different each time. Okay?
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
We're going to be able to get to the point where by the time you get everything done and we finish our flip assignment, some of you are then going to be on triple series, okay? So be ready to help each other and move mats and get stuff going on that, okay? So I want you to slow down a little bit in the beginning to get done just that basic little bit of back therapy that we do. Get through all of your compressions and your handstands up to shape, okay? Once you finish your handstands up to shape, do your 3 of your first flight skill up to shape with no wiggle, okay? So 3, no wiggle, okay, or make 6, okay? But we're really going to be watching all 10 toes facing forward, that your hips are pressed, that your arms are tight before you're moving on, okay? So then if you're going to make 3 of last year's series on bare beam, okay, so we're, keeping in touch with that. So make 3, no deduction on that, or that's going to also be make 6 that might have a small deduction in it, okay? You have a partner, okay? I want you to be on top of watching each other's leg form, okay? Because we've got to just start squeezing everything out. We're going to use the same rules that we usually do of if it's on bare beam and we can make 3 no deduction, then your number's 3. If it's something new, you have a beam pad on or other mats, then I want the number to be 7. But you need to get to 3 different flips today, okay? And hopefully we have at least 2 Ds and 1 E, or maybe 1 D and 2 E's on your flips. And then we're going to be on triple series, okay? This is, we have a trainer. He's been part of Queen City for many, many years. And we're just trying to not have reoccurring back issues with our athletes. So we have a complex that we do like 3 times a week that's part of warm-up. That's just like to stabilize the spine and strengthen the muscles. But on their one day that they do acro, I just make them do that because it's just a reminder of what they need to stabilize when they're doing so much arching. Okay, make sure your hips feel flat and square at the top. Okay, and when you're working parallel, all 10 toes pointing forward. So on this we do parallel feet and we do side by side, but then we also do 5th position where they just work the turn out, but we're just trying to keep the hips flat on the top. If you start to see one hip rising up more than the other, make the adjustment. Good, Cookie. Okay, hold that right there for a second, Quinn. Can you go back down? Are you her partner, Abby? Yeah. Okay, so I want you to watch to make sure that this hip looks just as flat as that one does. Okay, up to shape. Square, Abby, square, square. Did you see it, Quinn, a little bit? Okay, when you guys are holding shape, I need you to look down at the ankle. Back ankle cannot be rolled out. Okay, Mo. Get back up and releve. Mo a little bit. Do your tight releve. Okay, see how this is here? I don't even know if you can tell that. Like her toes are here. Yeah, that's not going to be tumbling feet. Okay, so when she steps up to shape, I need that ankle locked in straight in the front. Okay, so stick to your rules of only doing 2 on the ground and then get back up on the beam. Okay, right to tight arms. When you're doing something, I'm asking you to hold it for 5 seconds, and I'm asking you to be a partner to somebody. I want to hear you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a 5-second landing shape where everything is lined up, and it's to refocus your body and make you know you can hold something. Because when we start series, it's quick. Okay, so don't just go 5, because what is 5? It's 1. Okay, I want you to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and be watching for the landing shape, the ankles, the shape. Okay? All right.
Okay, fine.
And in. Good, Ronnie. Nice, Haley. So, hey, that first landing shape, let Mo count to 5 for you on that. Hey, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay. Up, up, narrow, narrow. Push and up. Okay, all right, good. One of the things they hate, they have to go both directions. Okay, what are you feeling on that one? Because what you're feeling and what I'm seeing is probably not the same. Yeah, so when you're landing, like how hard you place your arms out to side middle, you know, you're coming through. We got to get, when you get here and get tight, part of that connection is going to be the fact that you're landing with your arms out and you're continuing to backward arm circle to go. Okay, so those out arms, like super important to your landing. Okay, tension in your arms. Press, go. Right. In. Okay. So when you do, I think I want to add something onto your day one, just for a thought. Because when your front toss is great, then the back handspring might have an issue, right? So when you do day one, and I don't think you did it today, I think I'd like 3 front tosses to a shape, no wiggle, okay? And then I'd like 3 back handsprings to a lunge shape with no wiggle, okay? Because that's going to help. You do this great connection where it's D to B, and then we're losing 2/10 on a back handspring, which that part should be like easier for you, right? Good. I want you to remember how good your arms are right now, because as soon as we start doing connections, it's when you start to move quicker with your arms, but you don't follow the same positions, and that's when the balance errors come in. Because your aerial by itself is beautiful, and you do the same arms every time, and that's why. So you have to try not to change that when we go to add your jump. Good save. Do you feel you get a little tiny bit of turn in, you know, with your foot? And thank goodness you have strong ankles, because that's why you can push through that, but we got to get your foot straight. Abby, I need to do a little drill with you. Come over here real quick. Okay, and then go down to a mountain climber, but put your hands on the mat. Okay, lift your kneecap off the floor. This is going to be for your front toss. So right here, this is your mountain climber portion that you're not getting your chest down enough on your leg. Okay, I need you to leave your hands here, but travel through a needle kick, leaving your foot there. So needle kick up and come back down. Okay, so do you feel how you're square and your chest is on your knee? Okay, when you needle kick, keep your head right here. Go. Okay, get your needle full range of motion all the way up. Okay, you can straighten that knee more when you needle kick. up. Okay, all right, and then relax for a second. So when you go to do your front tosses over there, what you're doing is when you hit your needle kick, you're already pulling your chin down and you're starting like the sit-up portion of the front toss, and it's happening too quickly, and that's why it's so squatty.
Okay.
Okay, so pass through your mountain climber, get a good push off your legs, get a full 180 needle kick, and then sit up.
Okay.
Because you're sitting up too quick. Okay, all right, good. Come look. That was a better one. Man. All right, so watch. You've got your mountain climber.
Oh, that was better.
Watch your head. Look at that. See how your chin is ducked all the way down and you're not seeing the beam at all. And then you're going through the rotation. Your landing was higher, but we've got to be able to fix your head right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so come here. Go ahead and get on the beam, and I want you to get in a mountain climber position with your ears completely covered. Okay? This is just, when you're doing your aerial right now, you're losing the shape of your arms. So keep your feet on the beam and go full range of motion all the way back. Okay? And pull, I would need this to feel even. And come back up through your mountain climber. Come back up, ears covered. And go. Pull even. Good, and pull back up, left arm a little bit more. And go. Pull. Good, one more. Tight, even arms. Good. Just feel both arms, same range of motion. And up, one more. Okay, good. All right, now when you go to, because you're trying aerial to scale, right? You're coming out of your aerial, you get one arm that's coming in front of the other. Okay, so when you're pulling back and you're getting even as they're coming back through the finish, you've got to be able to have them both press at the same time. Okay? That's right, hop back up. Just a small detail. This is your bad leg, right? It's put out in front. Bend this bottom knee more, okay? And press into your scale. Press your arms back. Okay, you've got to get a little bit more plie and like knee stability right there on your scale. Okay, so part of that scale coming out of the aerial, you're landing in an arabesque. You don't want to pop your leg straight to go into the scale. Leave it bent and just keep pressing back through your shoulders. Good, Brooke. So your left arm is doing the majority of everything right. And it's your right arm that gets a little bit stuck in the down position where it's going to pull back up. So you know how you have a really great aerial that goes to here? Yeah. Okay, you need to keep that same idea and press it back. Okay? Feel yourself coming up through the center and then press. Up. Okay. Good job. Oh, I love it, Claire. Push, press, 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 press to the outside. Yeah, the arm that's getting you in trouble is your right one. So you're here already. This is going to open. It's as you can probably see, we use a lot of mats in the gym. We never throw away our 8-inchers that are old and broken down, and we use those to drape them over the beam, and it makes them like brave because the beam's super wide, and they'll throw things that they typically wouldn't throw just on a bare beam. And we'll do that for the entire summer. So we do kind of like a mat breakdown system where we use beam pads that can make the beam wide. We have a 4-inch mat that's a little bit more narrow that's broken down, and we have 8s. So they throw those mats over to make them brave, and they throw all kinds of things on there. Hooked. You really keep it tight. Nice, Claire. Good job. On the landing of your back handspring step out, like you almost get up a little bit too high with your arms. Make sure you feel like that needle kick portion of your aerial carrying yourself all the way back. Good. Now, Mo, stay there and fix your back foot for me. There you go. Thank you. Oh, good try. All right, girls, remember your assignment carries over. I need you to hit the dry erase board and write down where you stopped so we know what we're carrying over. Yeah.
Okay.
Shoulders over. Good. Don't pull your chin through. Better. Shoulders. Nice. A little bit better kip. Shoulders over, tall. Better. And squeeze your knees on the kit. Good. Good. For the leaning on the thumb and using your wrist to weight transfer a little bit more, instead of like the kids that pull their chin to try to save the cast handstand, they can balance a little bit more. It's easier to turn their hands out for them to learn it than being in overgrip the whole time. Tall. Okay, good job. Okay, tight legs, Claire. Let your shoulders fall. Better. Good. Fall. More fall. Nice. Jump. You're a little bit too close on the drop. Let your shoulders fall back a little bit more.
And my toes will be pointed.
Cool. If you do that, then Jason's going to have to come back for every practice.
Okay.
Find your circle. Fall back more. Fall. Okay, good. That's okay. You just did the same thing Haley did. You try to put your toes on late, but you're so planched. You have to fall back and put your toes on late. Good. A little more straddle. There you go. Watch your low bar. Keep your eyes on your low bar. Eyes on your low bar. Okay. You need to straddle just a little bit more. You could round a little bit more in your chest too. That'll help. Legs. Straight elbows on the shoulder. Straight elbows. Push. Yeah. Good job. Good start. Good. Legs touching, quick. Head in. Better. Good. Yeah, it's easier to do it like that when your head is in. Shape change. Better. Good. So your scoop was better, but still not enough one arm at a time. We all started with high to lows and got those done first, and everybody's pretty much by themselves on them because they competed all Ds last year, so they just kind of get them done by themselves. It's a 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, better. Good. Scoop first. Do you still feel it? How you're turning through the bottom instead of scooping first? Try one more. Yeah, in front of the low bar first, and then the turn and the 1 arm drop happens. Head in, better. Head in first, good. Yeah, good, Mo. Good job. On it. Just keep your ears covered and go. There you go. Good, Ronnie. Good, come on. Yeah, okay, good, better. Everybody's kind of on their own individual assignment right now because of where we're at in the season. Like we got level 10s that just came off of nationals that are trying to keep their routine the same and just maintain everything, and then some kids are trying to put some new stuff in, and there's a few level 10s that want to change everything in their routine, so everybody's kind of on something different. Heels. Oh, that's okay, good job to go anyway. You did heels too long that time. Shoulder to ear. Oh my gosh, Quinn pushed your mat so crooked.
I know.
Cover. Better. Good.
Got this.
Touch, touch. Good. Better. Good. It was better on the tall part. You're not round when your hands go over. Round over the bar, and also make sure your legs are straight on the snap on. Tall. Good. Hold. Legs. Better. Yeah, better. Good job. Claire, you still have to keep pulling your toes as you're dropping your first arm. As soon as you're going to let go, you're going both at the same time and then flattening. Giant scoop. Okay, good. You went right to head, did you feel?
Yeah.
You looked over the bar, keep your ear covered. Feet touching. Yeah, better, good. That's okay. You tried to tap and then you didn't have enough giant. Make sure the turn starts from scoop shape and your ears are covered. Feel your tall.
Good, Haley.
There you go. Push on the bar, push, heels, kick. There you go. Better. Good. Fall back. Yeah, good job. So I believe that the best way to get better at bars is to swing a lot of bars. So they all have their own assignment over there, like I said, but it's very planned out to make sure that we don't end up on a bar where some kids need an 8-incher in and some kids need it out where it slows down the line. And then when some kids are, going on the big resi pit for Maloney's while some kids are doing it through the backswing, I don't want them on Maloney's at the same time because then we're going in and out with the resi pit. So the whole workout is kind of scheduled to make sure that there's not a lot of waiting.
Come on.
Chest in, fall back, toe up. Yeah. Good.
I feel like I barely caught that one.
It was a little bit early on this side,
Okay.
but you didn't yank it, so it was good. Feel your tap in the right spot. Feel tap, kick. Get to candle, candle. Yeah, good. No straddle back here though. Feet together, round.
Let's go, Mo.
Chest, fall,
Come on.
shoulders up. Yeah, better.
Yeah.
Good. Did you see the bar or did you just guess where it was? You got to look at it and follow until your hands go over the bar.
Okay.
Toe up. Better. Yes. That's okay. It's good. It was much taller. Your armpits just weren't over enough on the throw. Because things will change week in and week out as skills get more real and they move to different places. But the format and the way that we do everything, I don't change. Obviously, depending on the time of year we're in, we're not doing routines right now and skills are over the foam, so that part changes. But the workout and the way that things move and circulate, that doesn't change. That's good. Although you got to be a little bit taller. You kind of took your feet off and then went right to Takachev. Be open and then Takachev.
Just like move gyms.
Uh-oh. Did you feel how quick in the front and your head went off the bar? Yeah. And kick, get to candle, kick, kick. Better. Then the numbers change because then maybe they're going in a combo. And they all know, 10 goes to 5 and 5 goes to 3 depending on what it looks like and where it is. Chest. Yes, that is. So that part changes, but once it gets going, it gets a lot easier to plan. Good. Push, 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 heels. Yeah, good, Claire. You feel it come back in a little bit more open when you let go. So Brooke and Izzy and Claire have all been in level 10 for 3 years. They're heading into their 3rd year. Ronnie's heading into her 2nd year. And then the other one, Haley, we just got. So she's kind of working back from an Achilles rupture that she had a few months ago. So she didn't have a competitive season this year, but she's looking really strong as she's trying to come back on everything. And then we had Morgan and Quinn and Abby that were all Eastern qualifiers last year at level 9. And they're all trying to work some level 10 skills to get ready to go for next year.